All right, looks like for today's opening face-off for starters, the Lady Wild will have Rowan at center taking the opening face-off. She'll be flanked by Anara, and looks like a late second change here. Annabelle will head out on the left wing with Izzy back on defense and Berkeley in net this morning. Both goalies give the all clear, and we are underway here in Mason City. Mohawks gain control, send that one into the Lady Wild zone. Berkeley able to kick that in the corner. Rowan will pick that up into the far side corner, send it in on net. Just tipped wide of the net. Mohawks will gain control behind their own net. Make their way towards the Lady Wild zone before being met with pressure. That one kicked to the near side corner where Rowan will once again gather that one up. She'll look to skate that behind her own net. In the neutral zone, a nice attempt at a centering pass, but that one met by a couple of skates. Picked up by Annabelle and cleared to the near boards. Nara will chase that one down. Play it back to Izzy on D. Izzy will play it back up to center ice. Izzy will chip that one up where Rowan's able to press it further into the Mohawk zone. Oh, Mohawks with a little bit of a bumble there. Have the puck in front of the net, but Izzy's able to get a stick on that one and push it to the far side boards. Loose puck out to center ice. Lady Mohawks will get initial control of that before Izzy's able to gain a handle on it and send it back out to center ice. Mohawks in with one on net. Berkeley able to kick that behind the net, and that'll bring us to our first line change. Mohawks with the puck in the Lady Wild zone. They'll just shovel that one to the end boards behind the net. Lachlan's there. She'll chip it into the near side corner. Naomi will come out with that one. Outskated up center ice, which will chip it into the Mohawk zone. Paisley able to put pressure there, knock that off a Mohawk suck. Now Naomi with the puck towards the Mohawk net. That one slides off her stick, played back into its own goalie by a Mohawk player. Puck now makes its way back into the Lady Wild zone where it's chipped behind net. Poppy will get a hold of that one. Play it back out to center ice, up to Naomi, now along the boards. Lachlan will gain control of that initially, but having it slip off of her stick at center ice. Now Mohawks grab that puck, skated into the zone, but aren't able to connect on the shot. Loose puck now along the end boards in the Lady Wild zone. Good pressure. Poppy looks for clear. Able to get that one near center ice, and that'll bring us to our line change. Mohawks will reach that puck first before being pressured right away by both Anara and Isabel. Izzy able to get that one to look to chip it up the boards. Now battling along the boards, Mohawks pull it away, back in towards the Lady Wild net. Izzy able to get a stick on that one, play it back behind the Lady Wild net, or she'll chip it into the near side corner. Izzy now to retrieve her own chip, looks to play that one up the boards. Not able to get the clear. Mohawks with the puck in the Lady Wild zone behind the net. Wrap that one around to the far corner, where Rowan's able to gather and play it up by the Mohawk zone. So skate through one stick, look for the centering attempt. We got Izzy out front. Mohawks now with the puck in the Lady Wild zone. Oh, point blank shot. Oh, that's a loose puck. Oh no! Berkeley wasn't sure where the puck was on that one. Couldn't find the rebound, and the Mohawks were able to put that one in for this game's opening goal. In the Mohawk zone. Lachlan will look back that one hand deep. Comes rejected back into the Lady Wild zone. Trickles in on Berkeley. Oh, Berkeley just about for freeze, but Poppy's able to send that one into the corner. Mohawks with another opportunity there, and point blank shot, but not able to get a lot of wood on that one. Trickles in, able to kick to the corner. Lachlan with a great forward pass up to Paisley into the Mohawk zone. She'll look to center, but that one's off a couple of skates. Now in the far side corner in the Mohawk zone. The Mohawks will gain control of that puck initially before losing the handle. Look to center. Comes right out to Poppy at center ice. Poppy will look to throw that one in. Naomi carries that one into the near side corner. Loose puck at center ice. That one will trickle into the Lady Wild zone all the way down to the end boards. Puck now trickles behind the Lady Wild net where Lachlan will look to gather that one, but is once again beat by the buzzer as we'll look for a line change here. Puck now in the Mohawk zone. Mohawks will gain control, look to skate that out of the zone, send it all the way down to the Lady Wild end board. Annabelle will be there for the clear, so good clearing pass all the way up to center ice. That one's in on net. Berkeley with the save. Annabelle with the rebound, sends that one back out to center ice. Now loose puck, Rowan's able to initially gather. Inara will play that one deeper into the Mohawk zone. Back out to center ice. Izzy will look to gather. Oh, she'll pack that one up high over the head of a Mohawk player, up to Rowan, who's able to get a shot on net, but that was saved by the Mohawk goalie. Mohawks will play that off the far walls, off center ice. Izzy will look to gather. She'll skate that one in before sending it deep. Oh, good looking opportunity there for the Mohawks, but Berkeley able to stand tall and get that one froze. Well, Izzy will now skate the puck out of the net. She'll skate that one deep. She'll throw it in. Oh, that one is a bouncing puck, jumps up but not into the net, unfortunately. Rowe able to gather that one for the rebound, throw it back towards the Mohawk net. Lady Wild with some good pressure here early in the game, looking to try to tie this one up. Good pressure by Lachlan on the race to the puck. That one's going to squirt to center ice in the Lady Wild zone, where Naomi will grab it and send it deeper into the Mohawk zone. Mohawks now control. Good centering attempt at center ice. That one will be shot in on Berkeley, or she'll make the save. Lachlan will now look to skate this one out. She'll send it deep where it's caught by a Mohawk player. Loose puck at center ice gathered by Mason City. That one's pulled off the stick by Naomi. Mason City will look to regather and reset here. Good pressure by Lachlan on the player skating in on net. That one sails wide behind the net to the end boards. All the way to the near corner. Poppy will press it. That one in on net. Kick saved by Berkeley by the far corner. Mohawks will gather that one up with a nice centering pass out in front of the net. Sends that one in, but Naomi's able to gather that before it makes its way to Berkeley. She'll play it to the near side corner and all the way up to center ice. Another one sent in soft before Naomi's back up and send it to center ice, and that'll bring us to the end of that line change. Izzy's going to win this race to the puck on that line change. Slight overskate on that puck, so she'll just send it in deep to the far side corner where Rowan's there to try to gather control. She'll send it to the near side corner. Mohawks will look for the centering pass, but Izzy's able to get a stick on that one, break that up. Izzy will now gather and send rink wide to the far boards in the far corner, where Rowan will be able to make her escape and look to gather that puck. She'll center it. That one sails all the way through, looking for both Izzy and Inara looking there. Izzy will send it deep back into the Mohawk zone. Mohawks will send that one in. Oh, Berkeley able to make the stay there and we'll get that one frozen. Izzy will now skate that one out of the net. To the corner with a great centering attempt. Oh, right on the doorstep, but Rowan not quite able to corral that one, put on net. Seeing a lot better passing from the Lady Wild here today. Good pressure. Another puck in on Berkeley. She'll get the freeze on that one. Annabelle will now look to control. She'll skate that one up net. She'll pass it up ice to Izzy. Izzy will catch that pass. She'll step past one Mohawk defender. She'll send that one wide. Oh! She had Rowan out front to try to clean that one up, but unfortunately, once again, beat by the buzzer. Poppy will now win the race to this puck on the far board. She'll look for a centering attempt. She'll find a couple of Mohawk skates. She'll pressure through that one and look to regather. Now Paisley behind the net. Looking for that centering attempt. That one's going to go through a bit of traffic before being gathered by the Mohawks and sent in, or Berkeley will look for the freeze. Lachlan now to skate this one out. She'll look to send that one in. Being caught up in the gaggle of Mohawks here. Loose puck at center ice. A bit of a scrum there before it's chipped out into the Lady Wild zone. Paisley will gather that one on the far boards at center ice, having it knocked off her stick. The Poppy will once again pressure. That one's sent deep into the Lady Wild zone by the Mohawks behind the net, where Naomi will look to gather and chip up ice. Lachlan will find that one and send it all the way down into the Mohawk zone. That puck squirts out to center ice where Naomi's able to get a handle on that, send it down towards the Mohawk zone, and that'll bring us to the end of that line. And that'll do it for our first period, where your Mason City Mohawks lead the Lady Wild 1-0. A good competitive game here, really good looking chances for the Lady Wild. Good passing, good feet movement here today, so hoping to find that game tying goal here soon. All right, out here for the start of the second, looks like we have Izzy taking the face-off. She'll be flanked by Lachlan and Rowan, with Inara back on D. Both goalies give the all clear, and we are underway here in the second. Oh, a good centering attempt by Lachlan in on net there, but Mason City goalie able to get in front of that one and get the freeze, where Mason City will reset and skate the puck out of their own zone now towards Lady Wild end. That one will be sent in on Berkeley, where she will get the freeze, and the Lady Wild will look to reset. Rowan will now skate this one. She'll skate past one Mohawk defender before sending that one in on net, where it's met in a number of legs. Izzy will gather back in Lady Wild zone and look clear. Center to Inara. She'll look to clear. Izzy will get a stick on that one and send it to the far boards. Lachlan will chip up the boards, looking for Rowe, but not able to quite connect on that pass. Tipped in. Inara plays it back up to center ice. Rowe will gather on the far boards. Mason City with that puck. They'll skate it in. Berkeley with the initial save, a little bit of a rebound chance there, but Lachlan will gather, and she'll clear that up ice. Mason City will gather deep in their own zone, look to clear, but that one's initially blocked by Rowan before being chipped back out to center ice by Mason City. Annabelle will win the race to that puck. Now tied up on the far boards. That one will come into the Lady Wild zone. Naomi able to send that back out to the boards on center ice. Loose in the Mohawk zone. Poppy initially there. Sent back to center ice, where Naomi's able to gather, and she'll send that back up ice off the far boards. Annabelle able to chip into the Lady Wild zone. The Mason City zone. Will be gathered by Mason City there and skated back up ice. But she met with some initial pressure. Naomi able to get a stick on that. And now again, Annabelle able to send that into the Mason City zone. Mason City beats one defender, sends one in on net, but Berkeley able to make that stop. She'll gather that for the freeze. Now Poppy will skate that one out of the Lady Wild zone. She'll look to skate up ice. She'll drive that one deep into the end boards in the Mohawk zone. Annabelle with the centering backhand, not able to make it way all the way through to Paisley. Annabelle again with the center. Mason City again with that puck, and Naomi's able to pressure and help chip that one wide of the net. Now behind the Lady Wild net, played around to the near corner, and that'll bring us to the end of that line. Rowan with a good head of speed to this puck on the far board for this line change. She'll play that one back behind the Mason City net. And she'll get tied up. Still a bit of a puck battle behind the net in the Mason City zone. That one will pop out front. Oh, good shot by Rowan, but that one not able to find its way to the net. Hit by a skate there. Pops back out front. Mason City able to get the freeze, or they'll take the reset there. Mason City now with the puck out of their own zone. Lady Wild able to pressure before that one's chipped to the far boards, center ice. Centering attempt there, Mason City not able to connect. That one will come to the near side corner. Rowan will gather that puck with a little bit of steam. Head towards Mason City. Oh, good hard shot just wide of the net. That one's off the end boards all the way around back out to center ice. Lachlan will gather there. Look to play back in the Mason City zone. Izzy will gather control. Great centering attempt to Rowan. Rowan with a good hard shot. Oh, great save by Mason City. Some really good pressure here from the Lady Wild. That was a really nice pass. A great centering attempt and point blank shot. Just not able to solve the goalie yet to this point. Now the puck in the Lady Wild zone. And Naomi's able to pressure on the end boards behind the Lady Wild net. Now the puck's tied up, squirts out. Sent in softly by a few Mason City players. Now tied back up in front of the net. Lady Wild looking to clear. Puck still loose in front of the net. Finally able to be sent out back to center ice, where Paisley's able to gather. That one sent center, but no one home. Comes all the way to the near side boards, just at the top of the Lady Wild zone before being pressured. Sent in on net just wide, all the way to the end board behind the Lady Wild. Now played to the near side corner. Mason City will gather there. Pressured by Poppy, knocked loose to the near boards. Centering attempt to Naomi. Naomi will send that one up ice. Good pressure by Poppy to break up an attempt driving the net there. And Naomi will get a good stick on that one, sending it all the way down to the end boards of the Mason City zone. Rowan with that puck. Initially, knocked off her stick. Izzy back on D will look to try to break that up and clear as Mason City gains. Izzy now will skate that puck. He'll send it in deep on a centering attempt. Hits a couple of skates. He goes his way, finds his way to the board behind the Mason City net. Now puck into the Lady Wild zone. Izzy will tie up there for initially gaining control. Maybe loses the handle on that one. It'll find its way under Rowan's stick, but she'll skate it out of the Lady Wild zone. Another great shot on the Mason City net. He's able to stand tall and for another freeze. Oh, great pressure by Rowan. She's able to stop that one in the Mason City zone. Lady Wild now gather that one, send it to the near side corner. Izzy pressures on the near side board, forces the pass. That one sent in behind the Lady Wild net, where Rowan will look to gather and skate that one out of the zone. Oh, great centering attempt off a few skates. Lachlan able to find that one and send it just wide of the net. Great look. Now that one comes out to center ice. Oh, great to Izzy, but she's not able to do anything with it before the horn sounds for the line change. Poppy will win that race to the puck on the line change before being picked up by Mason City. Sent in slowly by net. That'll be skated behind the net by Annabelle. She'll look to play that one up to center ice, but not intercepted by a Mason City player. Poppy will now knock that one into the near side corner. Looks to play behind her own net. Finds its way to the far side corner where Paisley will find that puck and skate it out of the zone. Oh, great centering attempt by Paisley there. Puck near the far boards tied up. Mason City looks to come away with that one. Skates it in on net. Berkeley able to get the pad down and kick that one back to the corner. Puck still in the Lady Wild zone in front of the net. Berkeley able to get that one covered through a couple of whacks at the puck, get the freeze, and the Lady Wild will look to bring this one back out of the zone. Annabelle to skate the puck. She'll send that one up ice to Paisley. Not able to connect on the pass. That one will sail into the far side corner in the Mohawk zone. The Mohawks will initially gain control before having a bit of a puck battle here. That one's sent in from a long ways out on net. Berkeley will look to freeze. The Lady Wild will reset, and that'll bring the horn to the line change. Lachlan will win that race, look to center, but that one's caught on a stick. Puck now behind the Lady Wild net. Mason City will gather there. Look to skate out front, hits the side of the net. Izzy will gather. She'll look to skate that one. She has a head of steam. She's good. Oh, she sends that one in on a nice hard shot, but just wide of net. Rowan will look to gather on the near boards. She'll send that one back into center. Hits a number of skates, loose puck at center ice. Puck now behind the Lady Wild net. Pressured there. Look for a puck race. Oh, Mason City sends that one back in on net. Izzy will look to play behind her own net. Ooh, steps on that puck and goes down. Anara with the clear up to center ice. Puck now into the Mason City zone. Race for that puck. A couple players get tangled up and go down there. Oh, that one, they didn't see it. Lachlan with the puck. Oh, great lifting attempt, but not able to hit the net. That one right over the goalie, but misses the net. Izzy calls for the pass back. Izzy steps up. She fires that one in. Loose puck in the Mason City zone. Rowan will gather. She'll send that one in on net. Loose puck. Lachlan will look. Oh, another great look by the Lady Wild. They're able to chip that one in, but just wide of the net. Great pressure from that line. Poppy will gather that one, tipped back into the defensive zone. Lachlan will gather. She'll look to clear. That clear is pressured out in front. Berkeley with the kick save to the far corner. Now loose puck center ice to the near boards. Naomi looks to win that race. She'll chip it up ice into the Mohawk zone. Mason City controls behind their own net. They'll look to exit the zone. Makes their way to center ice. Looks for the centering attempt. That one makes its way to the side of the net. Now behind the net. Naomi will initially attempt to gather there. Mason City with control. Looking for a backhand attempt on the wraparound. Sends that one in. Berkeley plays it to the corner where Annabelle will once again gather and send that one out to center ice. Now back into the Mohawk zone. They'll skate the puck behind their own net. They'll look to play it deep into the Lady Wild zone into the far corner. Overskate on that puck. Naomi's able to get there. She chips it up boards, and before regathering and sending it back to center ice. Good pressure from the Lady Wild. Poppy able to skate that one a bit deeper into the Mohawk zone. Now a loose puck, chipped back into the far corner by Naomi. Paisley's there. And that will bring us to the end of our second period. Number of good looks for the Lady Wild there. Not quite able to solve this goalie yet, so looking to keep up that pressure here heading into the third period to look to try to tie this one up. Fire this game tying goal, get this one tied up, and see what we can do here in this first game of our Sunday morning. Scoreboard here in Mason City actually shows 1-1, shows that goal by Rowan may have been awarded. Looking for a little clarification there. Not quite exactly sure whether that one's right on the scoreboard or not. I thought that had been waved off, but we'll look for some clarification on that. And now here's underway to start the third period. Mohawks with the puck in their own zone. Izzy will pinch on the boards. That one's picked up by Rowan. She looks to skate that one back in on net. Send it in just wide behind the net off the end boards and will wrap its way around back out to center ice. Mason City will look to gather. Izzy will pressure play that one back deep where Nara is waiting in the near side corner. That one's centered up to center ice. Rowan able to challenge that one and break it up. Puck sent softly in by Mason City where Berkeley is able to freeze. Rowan will skate this puck out. Izzy will head to the net. Just a little deep behind Mason City as they're able to break up that pass. Lachlan will look to gather. She'll send that one back to the near boards at center ice. Mason City will send one in softly on net where Berkeley will get the freeze, and Izzy will look to skate that puck out. That'll bring us to a line change. Puck now in the Mason City zone. Loose puck out to center ice. Mason City will chip that one deep into the Lady Wild zone. Mason City gathers behind the net. They'll look for the wraparound, hit the side of the net. Paisley will gather that one and play it to the near side boards. She'll chip that one up ice. Poppy will get control. She'll chip that further into the Mason City zone. Naomi looking for that puck now behind the Mason City net. All the way through. Mason City will gather control of that one. Oh, Annabelle loses an edge. That one gets skated in on net. Shot near side. Berkeley able to kick that one into the far corner. Gathered by Naomi and sent up ice, but that one will be received by Mason City, where they'll look to reset in center ice. That pass attempt initially blocked by Annabelle. Now gathered by Poppy. Continues the battle, sending that puck towards the Mason City zone. Mason City will just look to clear deep into the Lady Wild zone. Annabelle will look to gather behind her own net. She'll get down to a little bit of speed, and she'll center that up ice. Puck now played up ice by Poppy, finds its way to Paisley, and that'll bring us to that line change. Mason City will initially gather that puck on the far boards on the line change. That's pressured by Izzy into the far side corner. That skater loses an edge. Izzy gathers that puck, but look to pass it up ice to Rowan. Misses, but Rowan at the head of steam. She's able to get it with one stick handle. Oh, not able to send that one in. That shot gets broken up. Good pressure here. A Lady Wild crashing the net. Puck pops back out to center ice, where Nara looks to send it back into the Mason City zone. Mason City will find that puck. They'll play it back into the far corner of their own zone. Lachlan first there. Izzy will now find that puck. She'll change direction, look for the centering attempt. Back to Lenara, see if Lenara can play this one back forward. Loose puck at center ice being battled. Rowan will send that one deep to the end boards behind the Mason City net. Mason City will gather and skate to the near side corner. Rowan able to pick that pocket. Able to stick handle around one defender, but not two. Loses the handle on that puck. Now loose in the Mason City zone where they'll look to gather control. Izzy will pressure on the near side boards. Rowan now with the puck behind her own net, looking to skate with some speed. Oh, another great attempt. We had Izzy headed her way to the front of the net. Just beat by the buzzer on that attempt. More good pressure by the Lady Wild. Mason City wins this race to the puck on the far boards on the line change. Pressured right away by Poppy. She'll come away with initial control of that puck and makes its way up the boards deeper into the Mason City zone. Naomi will gather there. Mason City now with the puck. They shoot just wide of the net off the end boards. Puck battle here in the Lady Wild zone in the near side corner. Puck makes its way behind the net where Annabelle is able to send that one back in the near side corner and up to center ice. Ooh, tough collision there on the boards for Annabelle. Puck still battle for the puck here in the near side corner of the Lady Wild zone. That puck comes loose. Good save by Berkeley, able to seal off the post on that short side save and get the freeze here where Lady Wild will look to take control. Naomi will now skate this one out of the zone. She'll look for a pass up ice, not able to find its way. Now Mason City back the other direction, sends that one in. Broken up by Annabelle and sent just wide of the Lady Wild net. Oh, dangerous rebound there in front of the net. Good clear by Annabelle initially, and that one's able to be sent to the corner. That'll bring us to a line change. Rowan now with the puck to center ice. She'll skate all the way back behind her own net for the reset. Rowan still with the puck at center ice. Oh. That puck pass doesn't connect, sends it to the end boards. Izzy will battle behind the net, looking for a wraparound attempt. Loses the handle on that puck. Lachlan there to try to clean up. Looking to send that one back in. Challenge for the puck at center ice. Now chip back into the Lady Wild zone. Izzy will look to play that off the boards, off of the skate. Nara gathers, looks to pass it up to Rowan. Izzy will gather at center ice. She'll send back in deep into the Mason City zone. Mason City will look to gather there. Nara will pick up that puck at center ice. She'll look to try to pass it up to Rowan. Not able to get much on that attempt. Bit of a tie up there on the far boards going for that puck. It's like the Mason City player went down kind of hard, was able to get back up quickly. Annabelle now behind her own net in the Lady Wild zone. Challenged by Mason City. Bit of a puck battle here at center ice. Oh, that one pops onto Paisley's stick. Let's see if she can send that one. Oh, just wide of the net off the end boards. Oh, right out front. They're chipping away. Lachlan with a crack at that one, but that puck sent to the far boards. That one sent in towards net. Puck being tipped by Naomi behind net on its way to the end boards. Now back to the far corner. Annabelle looks to skate behind her own net, but she'll send that one all the way up ice. Good clear there. Puck now back the other direction, put back into the Lady Wild zone, tied up by Poppy initially. Before being regathered by Mason City, they'll skate it behind the Lady Wild net. Looking for the backhand centering attempt. Feel Lady Wild there, so a loose puck in front of the net, looking to clear. and that one will trickle towards the net where Berkeley's able to freeze right before our line change. Izzy will win that puck. Gets the centering attempt to lock, and loose puck in front of the net. Mason City with the freeze again. Lady Wild able to pressure on that attempt, regain control of that puck into the Mason City zone. Oh, Rowan with a great attempt here. Rowan to look at the net. Sends that one just wide of the net. Izzy with the backhand rebound before being cleared back out to center ice by Mason City. Back behind the Lady Wild net. Rowan will look to gather that one, so make her way out of the zone. She's got Izzy out front. Loose puck, loose puck. Oh, the Lady Wild were able to put that one in. Great dirty goal for the girls there to keep chipping away at that one. Mason City now back this direction. That puck played back into the Lady Wild zone. That'll bring us to a line change. Still a little confusion with the score here. This board now showing 2-1, so maybe I did miss one there. We're going to go ahead and sync up ours to match there. The board here at the arena is showing a score of 2-1. So I must have missed that first period shot by Rowan was counted as a goal. That one made its way into the back of the net. Lady Wild now tie up here at center ice for that puck being sent in behind the Lady Wild net. Mason City will look to gather, centering attempt point blank. Berkeley able to get that freeze on that one on a grade A look from Mason City. Lady Wild will now look to skate this puck out of their own zone. Annabelle will control. She'll send up ice. Poppy will clear to the far side boards. Rowan will chase. Rowan will look to play that one up. Sent out to center ice. Mason City player there. Sent in on net. Berkeley able to put the save. Rowan will skate this one from the Lady Wild zone. She'll look to center. Intercepted by a Mason City player there. Mason City with the walking in on net. Rowan able to challenge, send that one to the near boards. Lachlan able to clear it up towards center ice. And that will bring us to the end of the third period. Looks like the coaches are conferring on the bench, maybe some more confusion on the score here. Looks like we may have had that right here. We may be going to a 3-goal shootout here on a 1-1 tie. Looking for confirmation. Yeah, that is correct. Looks like we did have the score right. Looks like that score is now 1-1, ending in a tie. Tournament format as we go to a 3-skater shootout. So, Lady Wild fans, if you're still with us, we are now going to a 3-goal shootout. Here we have Rowan with her first attempt. She'll skate in. Oh, Rowan was able to score that first goal. Great hard shot by Rowan. Mason City will now look to send out their first shooter. And my entire broadcasting career of 2 weeks, I'm not sure I've ever seen a shootout at the AU level, but this is kind of fun. Berkeley with the save. Lady Wild now lead the shootout 1-0. Next up for the Lady Wild will be Isabel with her attempt on net in the shootout. She'll look to skate that puck. Oh, saved by the Mason City goalie, not able to make that one in. Mason City's second attempt. Sends that one in softly. Berkeley able to kick that one to the corner. Lady Wild still lead the shootout 1-0. Third shooter for the Lady Wild will be Lachlan. Lachlan will come in slowly. Shoot! Oh no! Great attempt over the goalie. Hits the post and dances right on the line before coming back out of the net. So this will be Mason City's third shooter. Lady Wild with 1 goal in this shootout. Hey, Berkeley able to stand tall with the Lady Wild with your shootout victory here in this game this Saturday morning. Well, how's that for an exciting Sunday morning, Lady Wild fans? Your Lady Wild winning in the shootout victory. I believe our next game will be 2:20 this afternoon, so we'll look to talk to you all.